Welcome, everybody, to the Incompas Member Spotlight Series. I'm Kurt Van Wagenen, President and CEO of Firstlight, and also the current board chair of Incompas. With me today is Chad Punchard, President of Comstar Supply, which is an Incompas member company and also a supplier to many members of Incompas, including Firstlight. Welcome, Chad. Let's start today with a quick overview of Comstar Supply.
Kurt, thank you so much. Great to be with you. Looking forward to seeing you just in about a week at this point in Vegas at the Incompas show. So it'd be great to be together in person, and certainly appreciate the opportunity to speak about Comstar and talk a little bit about our involvement in Incompas. So yeah, I mean, great way to start. Yeah, so if Comstar, family-owned business. Dad founded the company 28 years ago. We were serving the Verizon contractors in Philadelphia with conduit and interduct. Over time, we've morphed into a full-service distributor, selling lots of different products in the passive space, that side of the network. So philosophically, we've had a pretty simple a stance on how to go to business and what to do in the market, which is basically just continue to strengthen relationships, and that's internally and externally. So we feel happy employees equal happy customers, and I think we've proven that over the 28 years, the success that we've had. So our customer base ranges from network service providers, ISPs, contractors, everything in between, and we continue to grow and serve new folks that are interested in delivering broadband networks.
Great. Well, how about just talking a little bit about recent experiences over the past 18 months or so? Virtually every company has been impacted in some form or fashion by the pandemic. Talk a little bit about how COVID's impacted the supply chain, and more specifically about the delivery of fiber cable.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think like you and like anyone dealing with any kind of consumable product, on Earth in our space, COVID has had a significant impact, not the type of impact that we've all had to deal with in our daily lives, but specific to our industry. I think there's been quite a bit of pain with regard to, like I said, mentioned some of those consumable things. The congestion in the ports, shortages with containers, obviously increases in pricing on some of the raw materials and component parts has exacerbated an already pretty significant demand problem. So the world's flat, right? The supply chain is very fragile, as we've evidenced in some of the different things that have impacted the supply chain. Something as simple as a container ship being run aground in the Suez Canal, and the type of disruption that can create. So, I think for us, we've learned that lead times are fragile, as we mentioned. Sometimes we're seeing things that are typically 2 to 3 weeks be 30 to 40 weeks in some cases, which obviously taxes the supply chain. So one of the bigger component products that that go into everything that we do plastic wise is ethylene, right? So resin and ethylenes were impacted earlier this year with some of the storms that impacted the Gulf Coast in Texas, and some of those facilities shutting down. You're seeing some of the other countries producing those products, hoarding those products so that they can continue to support the networks and expansion, and really all things plastic in their part of the world. So that, combined with the push from the Fed to improve the situation broadband wise, given some of the challenges we faced with the pandemic, a lot of the other folks trying to enter the space to build out fiber to the home. The demand is just far outpacing supply. So, it's just it's an all things global arm race right now, right, for high speed connectivity, and I think that that's going to continue here for the foreseeable future.
Well, you've certainly done a terrific job for us and have performed well during these challenging times. Switching gears, you were recently were acquired by USTC Corp, which also acquired Walker Associates. Can you tell us about USTC, Walker, your role going forward, and what this means, for the business?
Sure. Yeah, thanks for the question. Yeah, so we're excited about this. USTC is the U.S. arm of a larger company based in France called ETC Group. And ETC is a European conglomerate of broadband distribution companies founded by a gentleman called Cedric Variste, and it's backed by the Carlyle Group. So really excited about our partnership with Cedric, with USTC and Carlyle. So when I met Cedric for the first time, and I heard about his vision and where he wanted to go here domestically for the combined entity, I was really excited. And when I saw how he interacted with his own folks and just kind of the care that he had for his team, it was really a natural fit for us. So what's exciting is combined domestically, we're the largest Prismian distributor with this combined partnership. And then when you look at the business in aggregate with all of ETC Group, the largest Prismian customer in the world. So that's a pretty powerful statement. It's a great position to be in, being able to leverage, that kind of scale and have an ability to, be with the largest producer in the world, I think puts us in a really favorable position. So our short-term plan is to combine efforts with Walker. We'll try to capture some of the synergies that exist here in the short term, and then just really grow this in a short amount of time, put the businesses together. And, we're excited about the fact that we've got now additional distribution centers. There's 7 total distribution centers in the United States. We're approaching 1 million square feet of storage, which is, I think, something that's pretty unusual and helps us exponentially and really become that true, not only outside plant, but inside plant, one-stop shop. So it's very, very exciting for us.
Well, congratulations on this
Thank
transaction.
you.
Sounds like a terrific opportunity for you, your team at Comstar Supply, as well as for your new owners. So now let me ask you to look into your crystal ball, the dreaded crystal ball, and give us your thoughts on what's on tap for all of us in the broadband industry over the next 5 or so years.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think it's going to be rocky, right? Turbulent, but growth, right? I think growth is probably the theme, and that's what our ownership group talks about, and that's what we've been driving home to our new organizations is simply that, right? And that's my mantra has been more with more, right? So we're trying to do more with more people and process and capital, et cetera. So we won't be the only people pushing and feeling that with the kind of the wave of investment that we see that's going to impact, I think, our space for a long time. But given the combined strengths of our USTC and Carlyle family, we feel pretty good. So trend wise, I think it's higher counts, fiber counts into the metro. You see this higher fiber counts, smaller cable designs, right? More kind of aggressive architecture, and so when we were at one point doing 24/48 distribution, we're now seeing 288/432 into the distribution market. I mean, it's remarkable, right? No one wants to overbuild again. So I think some of the new capabilities that are going to be coming out technologically, the AR and VR stuff, and obviously, we're living in 5G, but with 6G coming and IoT, smart cities, and all these other technologies that we probably can't even fathom. Trying to future-proof those things are important. So those are some of the things that we see. But obviously, fiber being the most reliable source for broadband connectivity. So again, stimulus, fiber to the home, existing networks really are going to put, in my view, a pretty significant tax on this whole ecosystem here. So it's pretty exciting time, I think, to be in our space.
Terrific. And for my final question, let me just start by thanking you for being a member company of Incompas and for your active involvement in the organization. And let me ask, why did you join Incompas, and what's been the biggest benefit to Comstar Supply of being a member of Incompas?
Well, I told you this before, Kurt, and we joined because you told me to. So that was number one. But no, all things aside, I didn't know much about Encompass other than it was a really strong kind of trade association that supported and advocated for many of our customers and providers in the space, including you, and just really some of the tenets that they stand for with regard to innovation and economic development, competition, choice, etc. So that's kind of the tenets that our country was founded on are all things that resonate with me. So having an ability to attend some of the policy summits in Washington D.C. over the years, using some of the various events from a networking perspective, have been really valuable for Comstar, in my opinion. So we're looking forward to getting together with some of our friends here in the next week, trying to understand where some of the movers and shakers perspectives are in kind of all things broadband here, and just see where we're going in general. So really happy to be a part of this organization, happy to obviously celebrate a big anniversary this year. So, and really appreciate you giving me the time to talk about Comstar and where we're at with our new exciting venture. So Kurt, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Chad, for joining us today and for your perspectives on the industry and on the supply chain. And thanks to all of you for joining this webinar today. Thank you.